one of the best incline chest presses out there. What's up, beautiful people? Nathan Clark, Domination Nation Jim. Hey, I'm going to show you my modified Nautilus Xpload incline chest press. Stay tuned to the end where I'll tell you my overall rating of my modified version versus the original version. So I've actually got 15 specific dedicated incline chest press machines. And I'm getting ready to review all of them and rank them. But I'll show you a quick sneak peek of this Xpload incline. It's absolutely phenomenal what a couple modifications have done to this machine. So one of the main benefits of the original machine is the adjustability of the back pad. It adjusts to multiple different angles. So that's you can see that's a pretty steep incline angle. I think I measured like 48 degrees or something. It goes from like 32 degrees, like 48 degrees-ish. And the bottom pad also adjusts. All right, so you see the main way this has been modified, I added a handle up here. In addition to an extra weight horn, which alters the strength curve. What I'm gonna show you is the handle angle that I added is actually perfectly follows the upper pec fibers. And it recruits the pec fibers like crazy. All right, so here you can see the handles I've added. You get almost a hybrid shoulder press / really high incline press. With the adjustability of the back pad, that's the main benefit of this particular machine versus a lot of other incline chest presses. And you really can hit, with these handles, you really nail the clavicular fibers. Like my chest fibers are on fire. Check this out. So you can actually grab the existing movement arms like this. This comes with the machine, obviously. Just grab right above that prone handle, and you'll get it's like a beautiful actually squeeze when you just grab the handle existing as it is. In between that handle I added and the existing prone handle. So the prone handle is good, but you have to drop the seat down a little, and I like to kind of stick my rear end out a little bit. Now I like to use it mostly with the chest pad, with the back pad, mostly in its almost upright position because it gives me a better stretch. The more you push the back pad up, the less convergence there is. That's just the way these machines work. And when I'm doing the neutral handles, you can see I kind of just keep the chest pad upright so I can get the maximum stretch and convergence. And I just stick my rear end out a little bit more so it's a slightly less of an angle. So among all my arsenal, the cool thing is you can see, look at the convergence on that. So these handles I added are absolutely phenomenal. You do get a little deltoid recruitment, but since there's such great convergence, you're not getting a ton of deltoid strain like some other chest presses. So look at that. You can see just it's a very, very unique feel. So even just for those handles, this machine is fantastic. So those people who have this machine, try those neutral handles I'm showing you right there. Just grab the arms as they are. So here I am just kind of adjusting the machine down, playing around with it. I've used it a half dozen times now. I'm kind of getting the hang of it. But yeah, I drop the seat down when I'm using the existing handles that come with it. So the existing handles are good. They're just not as good. I mean, you can see it's a much more shallow angle. The way I've angled those top handles, they're steeper. So they just follow the chest fibers better. And that's true of the upright Xpload incline chest as well. The handle angle is just a little off. But the neutral handles on this that come with the machine are fantastic. And you can see I'm using this Godfather pad. I'll show you in a second a little trick you can do, but I like to do it just because it gives me a little better stretch. Keeps my scapula back. But the convergence on this is very nice. The issue is the strength curve is off with the existing machine. Here you can see I'm doing a drop set. So that the horn I added, the existing horn makes it very, very hard at the end. The horn I added makes it a much better stretch and a little easier at the top. So it's the best of both worlds. But you can see that the convergence that comes from the machine is very, very good, which is what makes this a very good incline chest press. Like I said, my one you can see me doing with all the weight on the horn I've added. My one caveat would be it's just very hard at the peak and contraction, so it tends to recruit much more tricep and deltoid than you otherwise would get. And you tend to fail with your triceps mostly, and sometimes with your deltoids at peak contraction when you're doing a heavier weight. But beautiful machine, beautiful convergence. One of the better pieces from the Xpload line. Again, I'm still playing around with, but for me, I really like that back pad all the way upright so I can get maximum stretch and maximum convergence. The more you put the back pad in a shallow position, the less stretch and less convergence. So it's a different angle. So those of you guys that own this, I want you to try using it this way. Just this little simple addition, it gives you a way better stretch. So just try adding a pillow or a couple pads behind your back. You're going to see you start with a greater stretch and you end with a much better convergence where you can actually make it so the arms almost end right next to each other. It's pretty crazy the difference it can make. So to review, the machine in its original state, the main benefit is there is nice convergence. Not phenomenal convergence, but nice convergence. And if you add an extra pad like I showed you, the convergence is even better. If you use a moderate weight, 10 to 20 rep range, it actually is a good machine. If you want to go in for a 6 to 8 rep max, it's not a great machine. And the reason is you're going to fail with your triceps before you fail with your chest. And if that's what you want to do, if you just want to press heavy weight, that's perfect. But as far as the biomechanics of an incline chest press, you want it to get lighter at the top. You want it to taper at the top, and that's just not the case with it in its original form. The same thing can be said of the Xpload vertical chest press, which I've reviewed before. This is a much better piece than that. I'm not a huge fan of the Xpload vertical chest press. You can see a video about it, but it's an original form. I would give it a 7 out of 10. My modified form, my modified handles they're much better angle than the existing handles. The existing handles are nice. As I showed you, I kind of like to lean out on the neutral handles, but the modified handles are phenomenal. I would give it a 9 to a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing it lacks is a pre-stretch foot lever. The convergence is excellent. It's not quite as good a convergence as, like, say, the lever incline chest or even the cross axis, but the convergence is almost perfect. But if you use the pillow or you use a pad behind you, you get the convergence is perfect. So tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe below. I really appreciate your support. Have an amazing day.